guys and gals, me Mudahar, and today we got to talk about something real filthy, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if you ever read the YouTube community guidelines, you probably understand that YouTubers can't get away with some pretty vile stuff, okay? But you know who can get away with it apparently? Advertisers, especially mobile game advertisers. Do you like playing mobile games, ladies and gentlemen? You like playing a little bit of that Genshin Impact? You guys like playing a little bit of that COD Mobile? Maybe some Siege Mobile? Oh, you guys like playing Resident Evil Village on your phone? God, mobile gaming's actually not that bad. When I was a younger kid, mobile gaming pretty much relied on Facebook tier games brought onto our iPod Touches. So playing stuff like Mafia Wars, where you basically open it up, press a few buttons, close the app, and wait for money to build up. Nowadays, dudes got like actual console quality games on their cell phones, okay? Yet some of the most downloaded slop on the entire storefront is still trash, like Game of War, Ebony, all this crap. Now, mobile gaming ads are interesting because some of them are actually filthy to the point where I'm actually gagging up a little bit. Let's watch this ad, okay? I'm gonna rip the band-aid off. We're gonna start off strong together. Oh, what's that? Mommy left the kid sucking on the doggy's nipple. Whoa. I feel like I'm on a federal watch list when I talk about that, ladies and gentlemen. No, that's just another mobile gaming ad. And if you look real carefully, you might notice that, ooh, is this a YouTube short? Yeah, it seems like it is, and god damn the 18 people that appear to like this. Let's actually watch more, okay? As sad as this is. So mommy grabs the little kid. Dad over there is, I want more of them. I'm not a baby factory. And then you got kids locked up in cages, and the dad's whipping out a game. What? He will not be a good father. Really? What gave you that idea there, princess? Was it when he put him in a cage, ice style? Come on now. Why? Again, you might be wondering, is this the actual gameplay? What are they advertising? Ladies and gentlemen, when we get to the actual game, woof, it's gonna knock your socks off. Dude, he's like the most abusive craphead I've ever... Endure it or leave. Obviously, you should leave, honey. And here she walks out into the beginning of Red Dead Redemption 2. You see, ladies and gentlemen, that enduring abuse led to the game known as Matchington Mansion. Now, you might be like, whoa, what is Matchington Mansion? Let's actually see what this game is. All right, maybe a little closer to the store. Yes, Matchington Mansion is basically a Bejeweled clone. Now, what does a Bejeweled clone have to do with all of that advertising? Ladies and gentlemen, mobile game ads are literally allowed to lie to you. So you might be like, whoa, Muda, how is this not false advertising? So back in 2020, there were actual ads from two games known as Homescapes and Gardenscapes, okay? You remember these pull-the-pin ads? They were banned as apparently misleading advertising, okay? And the company over here, Playtrix, literally was getting away with this for the longest time because basically this wouldn't fall under like advertising law simply because there wasn't a purchase being made, right? Like you weren't going out and buying a game for $60 that had that whole ad we saw in the beginning. No, you were just downloading a free application. So where it got into the misleading territory was, yeah, sure, the game is free, but the goddamn mobile, like, in-app purchases, they aren't. Sometimes they can be up to $100 goddamn dollars per game. And again, because of that, people who were getting brought in because of misleading advertising, who were just basically assaulted with storefronts, yeah, some countries rightfully thought this shit should be stopped. But again, did that stop all advertising? Let's look a little further into how wild this situation gets. Here's another shining example of false advertising. So again, you can see the girl here, pregnant. Her man is biking at a speed of 50 miles an hour, okay? Impossible, might I add. They're getting away from what appears to be their crazy parents-in-law, okay? Now, they are currently in a shopping cart for some reason, all right, chained to a rabid dog, running at that same speed, okay? Cheetah speeds, all right? It's wild as fuck. Now, of course, as she's speeding up, she gives birth to the child, all right? Now, the dog almost eats the child here, but she yanks the baby back with the umbilical cord, and now they shack up and hide. What game could this be? Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you look close, it's a goddamn Bejeweled clone. Now, of course, there's other games like Ebony, The King's Return, which has a special place in my heart. When I was a young kid, I actually used to be an OG Ebony player. Now, if you ever played Ebony back in the day when I was younger, this was the game, okay? This was basically Game of War before Game of War. You build an entire empire. You basically just like, it's just Game of War, okay? That's all this game is. And there used to be communities in it, and before the bots kicked in, I used to be a spy in another person's guild, but that's a cringe story for another time, okay? That's all this game necessarily was. And since then, it's basically come back full force as Ebony the King's Return. And you might have seen this ad constantly on the internet, okay? I have seen this every single time I watch a YouTube video without YouTube Premium. And I was wondering, why the fuck is the Ebony player base, like these vintage characters, bringing up MP5s and playing basically what is amounted to Galaga? Well, I wanted to see what the actual game was, ladies and gentlemen. So I go right to ebony.com. And of course, here you can pick which country you want to be in. I think I'm just going to be, is there India? Does not appear to be India in this situation, so I guess I'll go America. Select that culture, boys. And this is what the game is now, ladies and gentlemen. It should exactly be the same Game of War crap. Dude, they have the pull the pin game. Oh, dude, pull that pin. Whoa. Drop that. There we go. It's not as smooth as how they show the advertisements, but then again, that's what false advertising is for. What did I win? Oh shit, I won 10K of hay. Awesome. I'm sure the horses are going to be real happy about this one. But again, ladies and gentlemen, this is effectively just Game of War, okay? And maybe they have the extra minigame or two, but none of these games are designed for actually having good gameplay. They're just there for whales to flex on other whales. Now, even on their main advertising page, you'll see these goddamn pull the pin ads all the time. And again, these are just advertisements for video games that are just, I guess, designed to entice the average person. You'll find other games like Hero Wars Alliance, which showcases the stupid tower game that I've never ever figured out what you're supposed to do. It looks like something they stole out of Mortal Kombat, but never refined it in any capacity. So I'm like, man, maybe this is the actual game. So let's go to Hero Wars Alliance, okay? Oh, dude, I can play it on the App Store? All right, let's go to the game. Maybe I can play it on the actual storefront. Here it is. This game is nothing special other than dragging up on a tower a couple too many times, and then at best, it's one of those idle whack-a-mole RPGs that you put your phone aside, and the only way to win is to just grind and pay to unlock higher characters anyways. That's it. I love the reviews here. It's good game, but you'll spend money. The game itself is really cool. Lots of variety. Good graphics. I will warn new players though, you can get to level 40 fairly easy and quickly by spending about $20 to $30. But after that, you're going to be stuck on chapter 7 until of course you use the coveted cheat code that is mommy's credit card, okay? Because come on now, adults, we're not putting money into this crap, let's be honest. What's interesting is when I look into some of these microtransactions, so I got led to this website from Hero Wars Alliance. Bro, they've got microtransactions in the $319 range, okay? Just buy a fucking gaming console at that point. Why are you wasting your time playing Hero Wars Alliance? Now, even going back to just the gameplay aspects of it, every single one of these games, especially when it comes to the Bejeweled stuff, is exactly a carbon clone of another mobile game that you can download, okay? There is probably no fundamental difference between Candy Crush Saga and any of these other Matchington Mansion type experiences. Even going back to Ebony, literally back in the years of 2009, this blog ended up being one of the only few archives of literal sex advertising that they would put in. This is no joke an ad for Ebony the original game. Start your journey now, my lord. Play Unnoticeable now. It literally looks like a sex ad that you would find on an adult website that just basically said, hey, listen, you can play this game. Don't worry, we're not storing anything on your history. Your wife isn't finding out what you're up to. Then you click on this game thinking that you're gonna, I guess, play with this hottie, and then you play that goddamn civilization building game, okay? Which again, a lot of these games are literally designed for you to just sink your time into. That's the one big problem with mobile gaming, right? I could never understand it, but I imagine that there is a marketplace of casual, super casual gamers, obviously, that are sitting around here that just basically play for a few minutes at a time. And then, of course, you'll find some people who have nothing going on in their life, or maybe just an incredibly high amount of disposable income, and they'll shuffle in hundreds of dollars just to consistently be at the top of the leaderboards or just flex on newer players, okay? Anytime you play a game like Game of War or Evany, it's fine for like the first maybe few days, but by the time you're actually doing something meaningful, you're always going to get assaulted by somebody that sends like 1,000,000 troops to your house or your like kingdom and absolutely keeps decimating you over and over and over and over again. And the only way that you logically have any recourse is to whip out the credit card, spend like $200 and start sending millions back. In reality, this is just a massive marketing campaign to get a few people to send thousands of dollars each month. That's the business model of like every mobile game in this trash tier. Just get the whales and you basically are good, okay? Because at the end of the day, like 2% of the player base is effectively the financial boulder that keeps things moving. Like, these are the ads that I would constantly see every day. Even the physics in these goddamn Evany ads don't make any sense. I wish games had fluid physics that look like that, but we don't even have this. And again, sometimes you find games that are so copyright busting, like this Mafia Wars ad, okay? Mafia City. I mean, I wish Audi could see what's going on over here and probably issue some charges against this level 35 boss. But if you've ever seen Mafia City gameplay, it doesn't have this level of graphics. Mafia City is effectively just Evany with a Mafia Wars-like twist on it. I love how when it comes to the screenshots on their Google Play Store page, it's all stuff that's not actual gameplay at all. And again, when you fire up the game, it's just goddamn Game of War again. It's like they all get made at the same company and they're just sold through shells. But ladies and gentlemen, again, in a day and age when people can actually play like a legitimate Grand Theft Auto online style experience on a smartphone, I kind of wonder to myself just what the life cycle for these games are going to be. It almost feels like I'm looking at a holdout from like some vintage era of mobile gaming that has long since passed. Because the moment that you're actually going to have like GTA Online style games, and you already kind of do, right? Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, you got like COD Mobile, so there's no reason for you to play some shitty version of Call of Duty when you got the original official thing right there ready to go. There's no reason for you to play some Rainbow Six clone when Ubisoft has already made a mobile version of their game. And again, ladies and gentlemen, it's just the situation of mobile gaming ads, okay? They have consistently gotten worse. And the thing about it is, I wouldn't be so pressed about it, but seeing it constantly on YouTube when the threat of a community guideline strike is always present for anybody that makes edgier content. If the same video, if the same ad was created by a YouTuber of like nipples being sucked on, I'm pretty goddamn sure that there would be some strikes being sent out. That's all I'm gonna say. But it's okay when, like, Wilmington Mansion does it, okay? Matchington Mansion. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I saw this ad, kind of threw up a little in my mouth, and I wanted to share it with you. Ladies and gentlemen, mobile gaming is allowed to lie to you. And I don't think there's any law that can really handle stopping it. But this is me, Mudahar, and yeah, I'm out.